So right about here is what I assume is the deepest spot in the pool, and right over there is, let me walk through the grass right here. There used to be a garden here and it's all messed up, but there's a dry well there. I obviously could connect it pretty easily along a line here and trench from the dry well to a sump pump that I could put in right here, right? So then I need a place to drain it to. Now, I also could consider trying to put some French drains around the pool, but probably want to focus primarily on the area where I've seen problems. Now, right now, my downspout is dumping to right there, and sure, maybe there's an extension and it would dump to right here, but we get pooling, and you can see the dirty spots. So right here we get some pooling because there's a root or something there popping that up. And then the same thing here, you get pooling here, you get pooling there, and then there's all kinds of roots over here, pooling there. But what I would probably want to do is run a French drain along here and assure that this area, which definitely has been problematic, and I noticed the kids splashing around the pool. Yesterday there was a puddle right there, and this is an area where I think that it's heaved. You can see that the tile is mostly submerged there, whereas it is probably less than half submerged here. So I think that the top of the pool has heaved away because of freezing around in this area here. And so this is a prime area of concern that I want to make sure we have some good drainage in here. And then along here, and you can see there was more heaving or dropping around here because of flow. Now there's a drain over here, and I've got a bucket of trash can full of ash there draining because it got wet. But I get pooling right here because I get pooling right there because the concrete's not level, and this piece of concrete right here is higher. So I'm starting to think maybe what I do is bang, 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 get those 3 pieces of concrete out of there and redo them, or even potentially replace them with brick, if that would be more ideal, and get drainage that potentially can connect to this drain here. I'm not sure that that's a good drain to use for high volume, and I do have over here a good flowing drain that is at ground level, that I could potentially just dig down a little bit and put a collar on there, because that's probably not really a great level to have there anyway. So those are potentials for ways to get the water out of here. Of course, another option is to go up to the downspouts in the garage. There's a drain in the floor in the garage in there, but there are drains. So, and then I believe that there should be, around the corner of the house here, there should be a drain that could potentially be either inside this foundation wall or this cinder block wall, or could be also outside but buried because of this raised bed right here. So I don't know that I could get that functional, but those are some options that I have for providing drainage for there, and also doubling as a sump pump that would enable me to drain the pool out, or help enable me to drain the pool. If I got down 7 feet, I assume would be ideal, but anything would be better than nothing, because I need to paint the pool. I painted the top 2 steps this year by draining it down, and it's interesting, it's dirty now that I'm trying to take a video, but the top 2 steps have been repainted, and then the bottom ones have not, and you can see that all the paint that's gone off the bottom of the pool, and this plaster surface has been painted for a long time, I'm pretty sure, but it would be great to be able to paint this, and then paint it once, it's going to have to be painted every couple of years. So having the ability to pump the groundwater out at approximately this location here, I think would be really helpful. Now, I didn't cover the fact that my driveway is a mess, and also drains over to this area, so that adds groundwater. Now, excuse the mess. Now, what I want to do here is cut a slot and get this metal into the asphalt, so it should catch the water and hopefully send it down here, hopefully to the drain, so it does not overwater that area. Another option would be, instead of cutting this, would be to actually put a drain all along here. I think it'd be easier to just cut that in, or make a berm or something like that would stop the water from coming through. This is the junkiest area of my outdoor life that see it all slopes down this way here, so that would be good to do and assure that I can drain the pool out, doubling the function of the sump pump that I thought about putting in there to get drainage in our backyard, because the water will pool so high. I guess to close this out, I should have started with showing how high the water can get in this backyard. Now granted, this is not the lowest spot, so the marks are even higher, but if that's any indication of how high the water can get, that's a lot of water in this backyard, and all trapped there because that tree is higher, and then rather than just letting all the water go onto my neighbor's property, there's this barrier here, that this raised garden that traps all the water.